welcome. My name is Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic, and this is a weekly forecast for week commencing April 24th, 2023. I am going to mix it up a bit now. I'm going to do a 7-card weekly forecast, one for each day of the week, and I'm going to choose a card and put it back in the deck. Shuffle the deck and choose the next card for the next day, simply because we're going to look at the energy of each of the days individually, and sometimes the card might actually be the same. I'm going to use still going to use the other format. I'm going to use it as a monthly forecast, so because I've just noticed that the weekly forecasts tend to be running into each other, so I think it will suit some monthly forecasts. But anyway, this is how I started off. It is a great indicator of the daily energies rather than for the whole of the week. We'll still get the feeling of what the week is like. Let's begin. So this is for Monday, April 24th, 2023. And we have 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords represents the part of the mind that wants to make up stories. So we will be a little bit of torment happening on Monday, where we will be having to sift through what's real and what's not. So expect a fair bit of anxiety. Is manufactured anxiety. So a lot of the things that have been bothering us will start to come back and filter through. So how you choose to react to that, of course, is personal. So some people have big anxiety, some people don't, not so much. But just be aware that the theme of Monday are about our thoughts and how they're affecting us and how we're going to react to those thoughts. So it's about time. It's a really great time to filter through what those thoughts, if they're true for you or if they're not, and also a good opportunity to work out what is actually like floating around, as in what beliefs are floating around, and maybe time to move them on, because if they're scaring us or if they're bothering us, then they're not actually helping, they're not helpful, they're not warnings, they are lies, basically. So anyway, filter through what is the truth and what is in your heart, the truth of the heart, and what is actually the fear that's rattling around. That's what Monday's feature will be. Okay, so now we're going to choose a card for Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. Shuffling the cards, choosing a card. Oh, we have the Justice card. Justice card represents the building of boundaries. So Tuesday will all be about building the rules for ourselves. So if we've had a bit of a tough Monday about all those sort of thoughts invading or intruding, then Tuesday is all about, you know what, this is as far as I'm going to go. We build the rules for ourselves, we build boundaries for ourselves, a structure for ourselves. And so we're saying to ourselves, this is the line I'm crossing, or this is as far as I'm going to go. And we are sort of reining in those thoughts that may be running away. But also too, I love the Justice card for the black and white. So in other words, as an extension from the Monday, is that sorting out what's valid and what's actually something that we've made up or an existential fear. And so Tuesday will be all about reining all of that in and creating some sort of structure. So we will be sorting it out, black and white. I love it. So in other words, it's either going to be for us, or we're going to move it on. Put it back in the deck. Okay, so this is for Wednesday, April 26th, 2023. What's the energy of Wednesday? Oh, we have 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands represents a little bit of sort of that. I get a feeling of huffiness. Look how huffy that guy looks in the thing, right? It's more about, you know what, I've had a bit of a rough couple of days, and now I'm just going to get my ego back. Ego is not a bad thing, right? We want to feel better about ourselves and feel justified, if you like, because we have the Justice card. The Three of Wands brings all of that back in and said, you know what? This is okay, this is who I am, and I'm going to stand in that power. Now, because the Three is still a little bit, like it's not quite solid, and it is a fire card, though when I say getting that, like feeling justified or feeling sort of a bit, you know, sometimes we put on that sort of a bit of a false face. We are just saying, well, okay, sorting out what we believe for ourselves, and again, we're still sorting out what we believe for ourselves and what we're letting go, and we are going to stand strong and begin to build the power of the things that we are standing strong in. Now, because of the Monday and the Tuesday energy, it is still like on tenterhooks, if you like, or hasn't quite taken hold, but the Three is building that power so that we can actually say, you know what, I'm standing for this truth about myself, and that's how we're going to get there. The Three is helping us like feel strong, but still not strong enough to quite make that a point that we are quite there, but we're on our way there. The Three is consolidating that belief so that we don't back down from it. Otherwise, it's not a belief, it's not a value that we own. It can easily be shot down again by those Nine of Swords. Now we're going to have a look at Thursday, April 27th. And the card we have is the Hierophant. How beautiful is that? So the Hierophant is finding somebody or someone of authority, or a teacher, a guru, a mentor to guide us through a particular situation. So that Thursday is a great day to reach out and connect with somebody who can help you make sense of the last couple of days. If you need it, the energy is there for you to find it. Now, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a book that you read. It can be a quote that you read. It can be something that comes in from a higher place, or a like a higher power, or somebody who has walked that path already. Somebody that can, or somebody or something that will provide the answers to help settle all of that energy down. So it looks like by Thursday, that energy of the beginning of the week will begin to consolidate, and we will actually feel better in ourselves. That Three of Wands will start to settle, and we'll begin to integrate it into our lives using the Hierophant. So let's have a look at Friday, April 28th. Right. Yep. This one here. So Friday allows us to build. Page of Pentacles is a building block. So in other words, we have, there's a few things that happen at the beginning of the week that make us question our beliefs and where we stand. We get the opportunity to make them strong for ourselves. Now we get an opportunity to discard the ones that we don't want. We get the opportunity to keep the ones that we do, and because the ones that we keep are strong for us, we have the grounding to now build a stronger future, or a stronger sense of who we are. But because it's a Pentacles card, the Page of Pentacles, on Friday, that energy means that we can firmly create the space, like in a very real sense, in our actual like physical world, create this space to make those like those beliefs and those truths for ourselves take hold. We'll have the opportunity to let them take hold in a very real sense. They're not going to go flying away anymore. The page means that we're building now the structures so that they stay in place, and we won't have that sort of fly away of the Monday Nine of Swords energy. But whenever something like an existential crisis or an existential issue hits, we'll be fine, because we start to build the foundations and make it solid out of our truth. So Saturday, the 29th, I think I got that right. Oh, another pentacle, love it. So here we've gone from existential crisis on Monday to building our structures and making our world real. So that's an extension. We've got the Knight is the extension of the page. So in other words, we are the beliefs that we're choosing to hang on to, the ones that we've discarded are gone. It means that they are solid. It means that that we can actually integrate them, and we don't have to think about it anymore. In other words, we can put it into place. It will, those feelings and our truths, and the way we see ourselves and the way we live our lives now, we can actually put it into place, and it will like poodle along on its own. We don't have to give any more thought to it, because it has good, solid foundations, and we can sort of start to settle down and calm down for the week. So it starts off a real challenge at the beginning of the week, and you can see how things play out, and they're going to calm down. So, this card is for Sunday the 30th of April. I hope I got the dates right. Anyway, I'll put that up on my thing. So here's for Sunday, another Pentacles Day. So where we had the three of the wands, where we were sort of building our strength and our belief in ourselves, we'll start to see those, the work that we do and the integration and the belief in ourselves start to pay off. The Three of Pentacles means that our life will reward us on Sunday. It will say, you know what, you chose well, and this is a reward for choosing well and sticking to it, putting into place, and allowing that belief and living your own truth, walking your own truth and walking your own belief in life, expressing it and allowing it to be part of your life. You'll get that the feedback or the reward back from it. So you'll see, oh yeah, you get that confidence that the path that you've chosen, or the thoughts and the belief system and the values that you've chosen have actually paid off, and that they actually work for you. So there's a real confirmation that comes through in the Three of Pentacles, and that gives you and me confidence to go ahead and continue that cycle of drawing out those thoughts when they do come along. If it's a little bit sort of wobbly, to work it out, that we have the actual ability and the confidence to work it out. So, final conclusions for the week, for this whole week. It doesn't have to be huge existential crisis, but there's something going on that's going to help us sort out. Something's going to come along and say, you know what, this is not working for you, this is working for you. It'll start off a little bit sort of weird, because anxiety will kick in, and the thoughts that don't work for us are going to be like attacking us. So if you feel uncertain about something, then you know that is not something that you need for the rest of your life, and you have an opportunity to work it out. The rest of the week is consolidating that, deciding what you want to do, deciding your boundaries, finding someone or something to help you confirm that, whether it's a teacher, a counsellor, a book, an affirmation, it doesn't matter. Something's going to come along to say, you know what, it'll just lift you up into that, to allow you to think, you know what, I'm on the right track here, then to bring it in and say, you know what, this is how I want to live. And once you make that decision that this is how I want to live, then the rest of it starts to fall into place. The Page of Pentacles kicks in, you've got the grounding to build that, and then that thought and that structure just then moves along of its own accord, without having to do any thinking about it. It is because you're living it, and you get to see the results of that by the end of the week. You'll see the feedback, you'll see the rewards from it, and you go, oh, you know what, I followed my intuition and I'm spot on. So thank you very much, universe, and thanks you to the self. Anyway, that's the weekly forecast for week commencing April 24th, 2023. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic. Mwah. Much love from me, and see you next week. See you guys next week with love from me. Mwah.